Hello, class. Welcome to the next section of our studies on functions. We've been doing a lot, and we are on this section, which is zeros of a function. Basically, solving a function or p of x equal to 0 to find the respective value of x. Definition of a zero of a function. The zero of a function p of x is the values of x for which the function equal 0. The values of x that put the whole function to be equal to 0. And if the function is p of x, then the zeros will be p of x. The values of x that will make p of x to go to 0. To find the zeros, solve the equation formed by setting the function equal to 0. So if I want to find the zeros of a function, simple. I am going to solve the equation form by making sure that I set the function to be equal to 0 to find the respective values of x. That will make the whole function goes to 0. Let's look at example 1. We have f of x equal to 2x minus 5. So if I want to find the zeros of f of x, very simple. I need to set f of x to be equal to 0. So setting f of x to be 0 will make the expression tends to be 2x minus 5 equal to 0. Then the next thing is I should solve for the value of x. So solve for x will be 2x equal to 5 because the 5 which is negative across the equal sign and now to be positive, which implies that making x the subject will make x to be equal to 5 over 2, that is 2.5. So the zeros of the function f of x equal to 2x minus 5 is x equal to 5 over 2. Why? Because when you substitute x to be 5 over 2 into the function 2x minus 5 as the input, then the output will be 0. So let's look at the graph section here. We have the f of x equal to 2x minus 5. So it is a linear graph. That means that we are going to get a straight line. So the zeros of the function will be at this point. So it means that when x is minus 2.5, the output will be 0. So look at this particular point, the red point here. So the zeros of the function is such that x is equal to 2.5, where the function will be equal to 0. That is why equal to 0. Let's move to the next example, which is example 2. F of x equal to x minus 4 divided by 2x plus 16. So the first step is to set the function to 0. So we are going to get x minus 4 over 2x plus 16 equal to 0. Then the second step is to use cross multiplication. So let's see something here. 0 over 1 is the same as 0, right? So cross multiplication means that 2x plus 16 times 0 will give us 0. Here is it. Then x minus 4 times 1 will give us x minus 4. So it means that if I have a rational function and you ask me to find the zeros of the function, indeed, the function f of x will be equal to 0, but the main task will be on the numerator. Is the numerator that will be equated to 0. So if the numerator is equal to 0 like this form, then I'll make x the subject. Making x the subject means that my x will be equal to 4. So the zeros of this particular function, which is a rational function, will be x equal to 4. Let's look at the graph section here. The graph of f of x equal to x minus 4 divided by 2x plus 16. So the zeros of the function is x equal to 4. So 4, look at where the red pen is. So this section is 4. And the output is what? 0. So look at the graph of this particular function. It is asymptotic. Yes. So let's move to the next section here. That's the next example, example 3. Look at this one. This is a very wonderful function. And the function is having a numerator of polynomial function being quadratic. Yes, so here, as we learned from the previous slide, that when you have a rational function and you want to find the zeros, it's simple, just equate the numerator to 0. So that is what we've done here. Although the function is equal to 0, and we are going to have 60 minus x squared over 8 equal to 0, but the numerator will be the one which will be equated to 0, because the numerator will multiply the 0 and the result will still be 0. So here, when you make x the subject, x squared will be equal to 16 and x will be plus or minus 4. It means that the zeros of this particular function is plus 4 and minus 4, which means that when you substitute plus 4 into this particular function, y will give you 0 as the output, and minus 4 too, you are going to get an output of 0. So let's transfer this to the graph here. We've plotted the graph of f of x equal to 16 minus x squared divided by 8. So when you look at the graph, look at this particular line, look at where the red pen is. At this point, y is 0, this point, y is 0. So what is the value of x here? X is negative 4. What is the value of x here? X is positive 4. So that is about the zeros of this particular function. We have a practice problems here. Find the zeros of the following function. I'll plead with you that take your time, then do this particular activity, do it well, and send the result to the comment section or to my WhatsApp platform. Don't forget to subscribe to be able to receive notification for the next video or the next class. Thank you. God bless you.